KJT was built to date, since KJT was built, was put into operation, why is that authorities have refused to release that portion of the premium to management to use as maintenance and operation?
Okay, Mr. Ame.
Simple. They do not care. I don't know if you have some of the pictures. If you see some of the pictures of the current KJT, you'll be scared. It's high time for us to speak about it.
All right, Mr. Ame. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. And we have to let Mr. Ame go because he has other engagements this morning. But that was Mr. Reuben Ame, who is the secretary for the Kumasi Traders Association. Alpha.
Yes.
I think it's a very sad situation for the people, the traders, especially in Kumasi. You could hear the passion with which Mr. Ame was speaking about the situation, that these are people's lifetime investments. And if they are complaining over and over and over again that the situation here is bad, it is not safe for us. And the authorities seem to be doing nothing. In
the words of Reuben Ame so far. And just to point this out, that as we speak, we've not heard the account of the authorities and also the management. So anything we are seeing is for now based on the account we've had from the traders, as amplified by Mr. Reuben Ame. And let me just say that for some time now, it's quite difficult to get through to the mayor for KMA. I've tried a couple of times to get through to him. It's quite difficult. So, but that will not mean that we will not try. We'll try and then possibly get to the assembly, perhaps the PRO, and see if we'll get some responses from them. But even before we hear their side of the story, I think that we need to save KJT. That's the major thing I want to point out, that we need to protect KJT. We do not need to, because you see, I know what has been the culture in this country. Any edifice, important edifice that we've put up, we don't seem to really do well in terms of maintenance.
I think Ghanaians have a very poor maintenance.
We have a
culture.
serious difficulty with that. So we build a very fine edifice, we put in, and usually when authorities come, they'll say, yeah, do well to maintain it, this and that. But it's not something that naturally we're able to do. So what I'm saying is that for the economy of Kumasi, for instance, KJT is a huge part of it. If KJT is a huge part of it, and don't forget that it's just like I was saying yesterday, it's taxpayers' money that was used to invest in the construction of KJT market. And thousands of people depend on KJT market for survival. That's where they engage in their economic activity. That's where they get something. That's how they feed their families. That's how they take care of their body and souls. Do you get the point? So KJT is a huge part of the economy of Kumasi. What I'm saying is that it is very easily verifiable to go to KJT today and assess the situation for yourself and ask yourself if this edifice is in a good shape, if we are maintaining it the way we are supposed to, if it is exposing some risk. It is you'll be able to identify. You don't sometimes you don't need to be the most qualified person in an area, in a particular field, for instance engineering, to know that a particular edifice is having issues. Sometimes an objective test by the least qualified or the average person will point to the fact that there is a problem. Do you appreciate the point I'm making?
I do.
So all that I'm saying is that even though we've not heard from the account of the authorities, I think that it's important that whatever we can do to ensure that we will not have an emergency or a disaster on our hands. Because I know, I'm speaking from the point of view that the culture in this country is that we don't do well with maintenance. We are not very good when it comes to managing disaster. We are not very good when it comes to preventing disasters from happening. With this background, I'm just making a point. cautioning all of us that whatever we can do to protect KJT, let's do it.
Now, on the flip side, Alpha, yesterday they said that the building was originally designed to occupy some 8,700 people, around that figure. But then currently, the building houses 12,000 people. And then they spoke about the overcrowding situation in the markets. But to be fair, I do not think the people who are squatting or illegally occupying the KGTR complex right now, it is by their own design, because I also think about the fact that if we should put all these people out, where are they going to go? But then the situation is housing them too is causing damage to both themselves and the traders in the building. Because if something should happen right now, everyone is going to be affected. Everyone in the building, including the consumer, the people who have the legal permits to be trading in the center, and even the people who are squatting there. Like, it will affect everyone. So I don't know what we can do to do something about this situation now before something happens for us to talk about it.
We do know that there are some markets around. Okay, if you're talking, you see, there are two reasons why you see a lot more people there. First, there are people who genuinely are there because they do not have spaces to operate their businesses. There are people like that. There are people, for instance, if you were at Blue Light and what happened, as we know, happened, the likelihood is that you may think that, well, to survive, let me come onto the street. Let me come close to KJTR. Let me occupy a space. Let me go on with my business. Waiting for authorities to do what they need to do to put up or to bring back Blue Light, for instance. So you may want to go there. But there are some people too who are recalcitrant, who have places, who have shops in some markets, but think that coming close to KJTR or occupying those areas, it's what's going to give you a lot more market. So let me go there. So there are people like that. So that's why I'm saying that authorities can fix the problem by, number one, fixing the genuine problem of some people by making some spaces available, especially in the various satellite markets. In 2007, Janice, we used taxpayers' money to start the construction of Krofo Market in the city. As we speak, from 2007 till now, that market is not completed. Governments have come, governments have gone. They have refused, I want to say it like that, to complete Krofo Market. And yet, there were people occupying those spaces, operating businesses or selling stuff in that market. They were relocated. They were informed that, well, we are going to relocate to build this market so that you can return and continue in a very convenient atmosphere. That did not happen. That money that we spent, I don't know. The market is there, uncompleted. Yet there are people who need spaces to do business. Do you get the point? You go to there's a particular market. I've forgotten the name. When I remember, I'll tell you. It's in a very deplorable state. The road that links to the market is nothing to write home about. Race course market. It used to have some very huge hole close to the road. So I'm saying that if we were to do or to uplift some of these markets that are dotted around, you may have some people who have genuine problems going there to trade. And then those who just want to be close to KDT or wherever, occupy illegal spaces. Then you know what you do with them. Do you get the point? So I'm saying that it's all about, because you can't say because you don't have places to trade or you don't have a place to trade, the median of the road, which is not supposed to be used for trading activity, you come and sit here like we are watching. You come and put a table here and say, oh, because there's no space, I want to. No. That's illegal. That's not what the law says. So let's not, because it's beginning to look like the very easy excuse to give that you need a bit. So let us sit here. By the time we realize there's no, it's like everywhere is occupied. People are streets, and you see people pouring onto the street, close to the street. They say they are selling things. And when you are coming as a driver, the road is so narrow. You can't even have a place. And we say, no, that's not how you govern a nation. You must have some structures. We must conform to certain standards. It's not every place that you can go and put table there and I'm selling because I don't have space. No. We need to do things in an orderly manner, Janice.
Yes, yes. And it is important that we look at the KGTI situation. I do hope that going forward, we are going to be seeing some steps that will be taken by the management and the authorities to, if not for anything, just solve the problem for the traders who are occupying that space, because it would be nice to see the authorities doing something about that. Now, yesterday we started a conversation that we were not able to really dive into because of time. And so I think we will go for a quick breather, and then when we come back, we will speak more on that.
OGB music. We are more than nothing I get. Nothing I get. Nothing I get. Nothing I get. Once I forget. I bring the beat to you. You many years to send me. Sorry I'm not fine today to send me. Many years I used to be as you show me. Oh, he ain't the papa, he got for to tell me. Yes, me need you. Now so plenty they envy you. Because I'm in a blog about me need you. You're binty, guess in the Jimmy do. I'm all in preview. Nothing I get. Now me need you. Nothing I get. I'm all in preview. Nothing I get.
You're listening in color. Orange 107.9.
Nothing I get.
You're listening in color. Orange 107.9.
Nothing I get.
You're listening in color.
Nothing I get.
Orange 107.9.
Hungry man say fix the country. Belleful say fix yourself.
Fix yourself.
Alpha, which side of the conversation do you fall on? Fix the country or fix yourself?
Oh, we all need to fix the country.
So
Even though I do believe that, yes, we need to also fix ourselves.
Yeah.
So both
you do like 50-50.
like both positions.
The people who are supposed to be fixing the country should be fixing the country.
Yeah.
And we will also be fixing ourselves.
Yeah,
so
small, so that
yeah,
the combined effect with that, things will be better. No, the country is hot this time. Not really about economy and what, but on some social issues, Janice. The heat is heating. People are cooking. You know, when you're cooking, the kitchen becomes hot. And
which you don't know. You can't. You've never experienced it, but yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
you can't relate.
That's like, you know, they blow you. Like you punch from there, you know, from down to bottom up approach. Nice. So, Sam George has been writing, and people too have been writing about Sam George. He has been writing about the people who are writing about
like
it.
fixing the country and fixing yourself.
I'm telling you, things are happening. So yesterday I shared it, and you were eager. Say, oh, you won't let me say so. I have so many things to say. Today, I'll give you 3 hours. Press conference.
The way you were reading the story, it's like, oh, Alpha is giving the words emotions.
No, I wanted you to understand the lived meaning of the words.
I think you read it better than the person who wrote it. So,
so this morning, Janice, with your permission, I want to read what Sam George said.
Please do.
Okay. Mark, can I read?
Yeah, and by the way, he is still trending.
Oh, he will trend.
Yeah,
The trends, we'll come and read some of them. But you let me read. Let me read what he said. He said, "Dear X." This is a letter to X. X as in Twitter. It used to be I like that. Go cry in Twitter. If you go to credit, there is Twitter. You know, the tunnel, it has to come. Twitter. Now he said, "Dear X, in 2017, when many were afraid to speak for the NDC, after the massive 2016 election defeat, a few of us stood up and filled the gap. I was on TV and radio, sometimes 3 times a day. I was on the floor of Parliament as part of a paltry 106 against the MPP's 169. I made sure my voice was heard. Today, I see the slicing and reposting of old videos to set an agenda. I smile and say, I have paid my dues. You may think you are cooking, but with each video you post, you show the stripes on my shoulder as I fought to bring my party, the NDC, to power. I stood for something I believed in, the return of GM. When former ministers refused to speak and defend, I did. And I have absolutely no regrets. So dig deeper. You will find 10,000s of videos of me trolling. You will find 10,000s of videos of me toiling, either on the screens or in Parliament. Today, JM is back in power with an even bigger victory than we lost in 2016. We have almost 190 MPs in Parliament. I paid my due, and I hold my head high. Now ask yourself, you listening to me this morning, and myself, and you, Janice, and Mark on the other side, what have you stood up for? What have you stood for or achieved? If you think my hustle is simple, like we say on the street, do make we see. The fact that I have chosen peace does not mean that I am asleep. You think you are agendaing. You are simply writing my political memoirs. And I am reading it with delight at the testimony of the work we did and achieved. This one is a tough seed. Go and ask your predecessors and be told. Nothing you say about me today is new and has not been told to me before. And let me add the emojis. Lion and Ghana flag.
The lion emoji.
Yeah, the Ghana flag. Sam Jatta
Proudly
George.
yours, Sam Jatta George.
Yeah, so that's what
For
he
God, for country.
I hope I've read it.
I should clap for Alfa for how he read the letter. That was a very good read. Okay. 2 days ago when he made the post and we're viewing it in the office, I'm like, what is all of this? But when you read it yesterday and you read it today, it's like you've given life
to the text. No, I've done a good job.
You've done a good
No, you have
job.
to give me something this morning.
Yes.
Jollof.
Yeah, I keep forgetting that you are done fasting, but
please
free
play
jollof for Alfa Ali this morning.
Thank you.
for doing that beautifully for us. But Alfa, I think that I still think he's missing the point. It is not about standing up for something. Now people are holding you up to what you stood up for.
Come again. That's very powerful. If you can say it, say it again. Allah Janice is in the spirit. What did you just say? No, talk to me. I'm impressed with how you put it.
I'm saying that it is not about what you stood up for. Now people are holding you up to what you stood up for some time ago.
Better.
So you should execute. Now that is the point that people are making on X. That you said this. Now you are in the position to execute whatever you said.
To effect change.
You understand? We are all looking at you because we trusted you.
And we see you not doing enough.
The roaring lion.
You used to be a lion those days. As like the lion has turned into.
Don't say it, Alfa.
See what?
Don't say it. But this morning we also want to play some videos of
just like we did yesterday,
some George,
to cast our mind back to memory lane,
so that we can
things
contextualize.
And some of the things we're about to play are lesser in tone than what some of the others we've seen online. There's one I saw. I can't play it on there. The way we work here at Orange, but I'm sure some of our listeners have seen some. So let's take a listen to what he has said in the past.
Yes. Lastly, on the LGBT issues, if you get a nod, how far would you hope to push it? The president, your candidate, when he was interviewed on the BBC, he said he would now look into what is in that bill.
That's a misconception that's been put out. And I listened to that full BBC interview. President Mahama has been clear that he will sign that bill, and he has no option than to sign that bill. President Mahama will know no peace from Sam George until he signs that bill. And he himself has said that to the clergy, that as a Christian, as a member of the Assemblies of God Church, he will sign that bill. What the president said to the BBC was in response to why President Akufo-Addo has not signed the bill. And he said to them, look, what President Akufo-Addo should have done, instead of rejecting service of the bill, was to have received the bill, stated what his displeasure is with the bill, which is what the Constitution says. The Constitution in Article 1067, President Mahama in his response to the BBC was referring to the Constitution of Ghana. Article 1067 says that when he gets to the president, he must within 14 days indicate whether he would sign or not sign. If he chooses not to sign, he then has to bring it back to Parliament and then state in the memo to Parliament the reasons why he's refusing to sign and add the recommendations to remedy those challenges he sees. Otherwise, within the 14 days, he can refer it within 30 days. He can refer it to the Council of State, who have 30 days to give him advice. That's what President Mahama was.
Okay. That is Honorable Sam Jatta George. Now you should see the passion in which he was speaking with like in this particular video that I just played. You should see him. He's sweating, everything. This is Sam Jatta George standing up for what he...
toiling for NDC.
Yes, toiling for NDC. It's not small hassle. I really don't believe that his hassle is easy at all. I think...
Yeah, it's a difficult...
It's a difficult...
He discharged it.
Mm-hmm.
Competently.
Yeah. Yeah.
We just are expecting him to do same.
To deliver.
Now that he has more power.
Because
it looks as if now he has chosen peace. So he's going to be a very peaceful person. Somebody who said President Mahama will know no peace. No. He has chosen peace.
I think
what do you expect from him? Oh no, I say you will not give him peace. You know, he has chosen peace these days. So your guess is as good as mine.
So that's transitioning from a roaring lion to a peaceful lion.
No, he's a very peaceful one. He doesn't like noise. Kudos to you.
Yeah.
Peace is good though. Let's all embrace peace. So I'm judged in opposition, he is not peaceful. But anytime he has power, he's more peaceful, which is good. It's a very strategic option to make. I like that.
But you know, when you are toiling for a cause that you believe in, you cannot be a peaceful lion. You have to roar.
No.
So that people
will know that there's a lion in the room. Well, I think, you see, and yesterday I expressed, I don't know if it was yesterday or 2 days ago, I think I expressed an opinion on this whole matter about LGBTQ. I agree with some George, with some of the things he said, that indeed he was fighting for his party. And I like that. If you believe in a group, you belong to an association, right? You believe in their principles, in their objectives, and you belong to them. And you sacrifice to work for them. It's good. It means that you are a person that the party can depend on. If you are a member of Orange FM, an officer or a personnel of Orange FM, my expectation of you is that you will sacrifice for Orange FM. When you go out there, and people are speaking bad about Orange FM, you defend Orange. You make your position very clear. You go the extra mile to ensure that Orange FM's image is looked. It's protected in the image of people. So I like that. If you're a member of a group, work for the group. So he worked for the group. The group is now in power. And I also agree that with what he has gotten reward for the work he put in. Well, I think that when people put in effort, you must reward the effort. And fortunately for him, the president has recognized his effort and has rewarded his effort. So that's good. I also do agree with him that, yes, these things he said, he indeed said them. And he's proud of seeing them. And anytime you even show that video, he's proud that, oh, I did this work. Wow, then I did the yeoman's job. I think that when you do something and it's positive, you must feel proud. So I agree with him on that. But the other point where I do not agree with him is that we need to ask ourselves a question. Why was he doing it for the party? Let's ponder upon that question for some moment. Why was he doing it for the party? Why was he taking those positions for the party? Wasn't it because he believed that the party will not do the very same things? And that the NDC was better than the MPP? And that the NDC will handle the matters of anti-LGBTQ properly than the MPP handled? And that he was making these points confidently because he knew that he can trust the leader, Mahama. And that Mahama would do the very things he expected Nanado to do. Because even in one of the videos that you played, he spoke categorically and said that President Mahama is going to sign that bill. Didn't he say that?
He did.
He did say that. Okay. And so this is a man who went out there to sacrifice for his party, worked hard for his party, because he believed in something. He believed that his party is different. He believed that everything that he was concerned about under Nanado, and lots of the things that he was criticizing, particularly when it comes to the matter of anti-LGBTQ, he believed that the previous party was doing a shambolic job at it. They were not expressing fidelity to the cause of Ghana. They were not being committed to the social values or protection of the social values of Ghana. And that he got to a point where he realized that, well, this party, they are not good. They are not going to protect us. They are not going to take this seriously. Well, fortunately for me, I belong to a party that thinks differently. I belong to a party that believes in the cause of Ghana. I belong to a party that is going to protect the values, the social values, the culture of the Ghanaian people. So I'm going to urge the Ghanaian people to vote for that party so that when my party comes into power, they will undo the things that the previous party have done. They will correct the mistakes that the previous party have committed. They will do the needful. They will do things differently. They will usher in the spirit of belief in the culture and in the protection of the culture and values of the Ghanaian people. That was what he was urging us to do. And we did support him. We believed in him at the time. I'm going to say, I do not regret believing in the case that Sam George was championing at the time. Because I expected him to be a man of principle. I expected him to uphold the very things that he was saying to me at the time, which I believed, which some people believed, that when he comes into power, he's going to champion him. The only difference is that now that he's in power, he seems not to be doing so. That's the only difference. And it is not because what he said then was wrong. No, what he said then was right. Do you understand? It is right yesterday. It is right to do it. Just that the person who said it now has turned himself.
He's just peaceful.
Yes, to some extent you can construe it to mean that. So what I'm saying to the NDC, nobody hates you. To Sam George, those are the things. And in the first place, for him to even write, he said that he's not bothered. Means that he's bothered.
Which is
like it means like
why I'm saying that I agree with you on everything that you said today, Alpha. That I think the whole framework of addressing this issue, Sam George is getting it wrong. People are not attacking your hustle. They are not attacking the toiling that you toiled for the NDC. Now they are just saying that, okay, you said it, we believed you, and we trusted you. So now that you have the power, you have the tools to implement what you said, just do it. That is where all of this is coming from.
You are absolutely right. So that's the central argument, Janice. It's that, and I think, okay, maybe we need to blame us as Ghanaians, and myself included, that for some reason, when people are in opposition, we believe that they will be people of principle and that they are doing it because it's going to better the interest of the country. And they are not doing it for their personal parochial interest. Now, what politicians have exposed to us time and time again is that at every point in time, depending on where they stand, what they are interested in is their parochial interest and not the cause of Ghana. I think that's the conclusion that we can't draw from all of these things that have been said. That when people are in opposition, regardless of where they are, and it's not even just people who are in opposition, even when they are in government, depending on their position, their narratives is different because what they are interested in is not your development, it's not your consent, it is not your interest, and it is clearly not the interest of Ghana. It is their interest. How would they leverage on this to come to power? And when they do come to power, how do they continue to stay in power? That's all that they are concerned about. Do you get the point?
I do.
So what I'm trying to say is that Sam George should know that, you see, in this country, we are not damned people. I think that Ghanaians, and I'm surprised politicians are unable to identify this. Ghanaians are not dumb. We are very smart. We are calm. I think you keep repeating a quote by Kwame Nkrumah. I don't know if you can repeat it again if you remember that.
The Ghanaian people are not timid.
Yes.
Let me search for it.
So what I'm trying to say is that the Ghanaian people are not dumb. We heard you clearly when you were in opposition. And I want to use one thing you said. President Mama will know no peace if he doesn't sign the bill. 2 days ago, President Mama said LGBTQ bill is not top on our priorities. What does it mean? In the scale of things, it doesn't matter. And when here, for now. And I want to break it down in three.
He's saying that on the scale of things, right now, like if you look at Ghana and where we stand right now, the anti-LGBTQ is not a priority. He's saying that there are other issues of importance, of higher importance.
So that's what I'm saying, that looking at the things that we see or we deem important, it doesn't include anti-LGBTQ.
You know, to some extent, I do understand.
You can infer.
I do understand that argument to a certain level. Anyway, let me read that quote before we continue. So Kwame Nkrumah says, Ghanaians are not timid people, as has been suggested in the foreign press. Far from that. They may be slow to anger and may take time to organize and act. But once they are ready to strike, they strike hard. It pays no one to temper with Ghanaian freedom.
That's what dignity. Some George is doing. He's tempering with freedom and something. He's trying to be smart. I don't know. He's trying to be overly smart. Like overly as a technique, as a so strategic. Massa. He thinks that whatever has happened in the past, what he's doing, we can't see. It's like we are unable to. Please, do you know the people who are very knowledgeable and not in government today? Do you know the people who can do better than you who are not in office today? Mm-hmm. Do you know the number of people who are absolutely experienced in handling crisis and handling complex issues who are not in office today and are watching you being the Minister of Communication? Mm-hmm. Do you think you're the most smartest person in Ghana to handle that ministry, to have led that charge, to have said the things you said? Why do you think you are the... What is that? Mm-hmm. So I want to tell some George and some of his cohorts. You see, unfortunately for the NDC, if I look at the character of the president, how he has behaved in the second term, the humility, the serenity around him, the way he has handled matters, and I look at some of his ministers, they are these ministers that will make whatever the president is doing, they will make it not, it will not make sense at the end of the day. Mm-hmm. People like some George, and I want to say this, people like some George are the very people who will put, how do I call it, debt, who will stain the choice of president or the kind of presidency Mahama. I'm not saying his governance. That's a different matter. I'm looking at him as a president, the way he has handled himself, the way he has carried himself, the way he has, as a person and leading the presidency as a unit. I think he has brought some sanity around it. If you will agree with me.
Yes.
But I look at some of his people like Sam George. The way they act, the way they do things, the way they speak sometimes, the way it's like they know. It's like I look at some of them like, bro, it's just a minister. What is this? There was some small minister you're chopping.
It is not small. It is a very big position.
I know. I'm not saying it's small, but I'm saying that it's a stage. You are sharing a stage.
Yeah.
This stage you are occupying. Some people have come to occupy. Now they are not there. You will go one day. You're not going to be there forever. Some George speaking with some bravado, like everybody doesn't matter in this country. When you criticize him, you are dumb. You don't know anything. Please. Calm down, bro. Please. We've seen ministers in it. You're not the first minister. What is this? Please.
Now, Alfa, I was saying
and on the main subject, see, the NDC should know that we remember clearly what they said about anti-LGBTQ. We have not forgotten. We are going to hold them to that standard. They shouldn't think they can outsmart Ghanaians. They should not dare. Some of the things they said were very clear, categorical. And some of their supporters were praising them for saying those things, for being the moral leaders of our country at the time, for being the voice of conscience of this country at the time. Said, this is Sam George. He's doing God's work. A lot of people said that. Wow, Sam George, God will bless you. Look at the effort you're putting on this matter.
The roaring lion of Ghana.
Don't be hypocritical to be telling me this morning that you have chosen peace. Don't try to outsmart Ghanaians by this attitude that, please, you said these things clearly, in clear terms. Some of the people may have voted for you on that basis. You said President Mahama is not going to know peace. When he was saying that anti-LGBT is not
a priority,
you were there. You were seated there. You didn't cause any. You should have said, "Hey, President Mahama, what are you doing?" No. So that we know at least we give him some hard time. The man was quiet, like chilling in the AC. He was writing notes. Hey, President Mahama is doing well. I said, better, nice.
The point I was making was, I think to some extent I understand the argument of the NDC that, but the point is when the NPP was in power, they were defending it the same way. That
I also said this. I said that. You see, I said that if NDC have not said the things they have said in the past,
you could have allowed them.
The likes of Sam George and whoever
could have given them a pass.
President Mahama himself, saying the things they have said, I will have understood what they are saying today. But I can't because it's going to sound hypocritical and principled. All the issues that they have raised, we were dealing with those issues when they made this a top on our agenda and exerted pressure on the then president to sign it. And that we needed to sign it because if you do not, there were people who have opened advocacy centers. There were people who were trying and lacing their boots to come to Ghana to advocate so that people will agree that this anti-LGBTQ should be accepted, should be normalized. So let's do it so that it will sound like a preventive measure. People raised those arguments at the time. As we speak, there are some African countries who have signed this bill. Lately, I've seen Senegal, if you've not seen the news, that if you engage in advocacy regarding, you go to prison for 10 years. They have passed anti-LGBTQ bill.
And
Senegal.
you cannot say it's not a priority to Ghana because a few days ago I was walking around the mall and I saw that the Muslims have erected a very huge billboard. We do not engage in homosexuality.
Absolutely.
Big like that.
So you said you made this a top on our agenda then when you were in opposition. You've grabbed power, coming to smartly tell us now, let's keep quiet, let's deal with Wata Galamsey and Sam George is quiet. The man who said he will make the press. Please, we can read between the lines. See, when ministers do this, it makes me feel sad because I feel they are insulting our intelligence. I'm telling you, that's why, one of the reasons why I'm concerned this morning. I feel that these people think that we are dumb people. Like we can't read between the lines. We are not smart. We are not sophisticated in our thinking. So when they chose this position and they changed their position and they said this to us, we are gullible to the extent that we believe it to be the sacred points. I'm trying to tell them this morning that we are very smart people. This morning, you have no idea the caliber of people who are listening to us. Way intelligent, way smart, way knowledgeable than some of the people who are ministers today. So don't insult our intelligent folks. We agreed with you. We fought with you the last time. Fought together with you the last time. And called President Nana names. And his government names on this matter. We are going to fight against you today. If we realize that, you are dilly-dallying with this matter. You are trying to be smart. We are not going to allow you to create a room for yourself and escape. We will bring this matter on the top agenda. We will have to talk about it. We'll have to deal with it. The law must be passed. You made it an agenda. Make it an agenda today. That's all that I'm saying. We are not dumb people. We are not blind. We see things. Please, Mr. Minister, and your other people, any DC supporters, some people will come and be through all kinds of defense. Hey, this country.
Now, Alfa, as we are still discussing what is happening on X, I think we should also listen to what Francis Sosu Xavier had to say to the youth.
Oh no, relax. Let's deal with this one.
The unemployment issue.
We'll come to that. Let's pick some calls. We'll come
should pick some
case. When you're talking against it,
Alpha said we'll come back to that. So right now, let's give people the opportunity. 054-102-2318. 054-102-2318. Okay, we have our first caller. Hello, Mr. Techi. Mr. Techi.
Alfa, renewal. You buy one-time premium. President Mahama behavior. Mama no, that's a one. LGBT LGBTQ, I don't know about. No, could you talk about? But it's a president, one of protected trial. That's very the over side. What's the home? Papa, can I say, I don't know what and this, you know, they are almost Ghana for your intelligence from Jomba, they will deceive us. They are trouble. Open explanation. I'm not mine. I'm not afraid for one part. Because Ghana for procurement. But the mess MVP. What kind you know the mess? What's the MVP? MVP not be your mess for the Ghana come clear this time. What be your mess to the mess? I want members to come because of it. I don't know, no more almost the conference who for 8 years. However, we don't know. I don't know much about doing. Most of what
all right, Mr. Techi, thank you so much for joining us this morning. 054-102-2318, 054-102-2318, 054-102-2318. Hello?
Hello?
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Please, your name and where you're calling from.
My name is Amma. I'm calling from Afrancho.
Okay, Amma.
All right. I just want to say a very big thank you to Alfa. And I want to tell Alfa that I owe him 2 crates of egg this morning.
Okay. Very interested in that part.
Yes. I think if all journalists could just get up and speak truth to power, we wouldn't be where we are now. And Alfa, you are doing that, and God bless you. That's all I want to say. Thank you.
Okay. All right. So Amma just called to say that she owes you 2 crates of eggs.
I'll give you one.
Yeah.
One of the eggs.
Just one.
I'll
take it like that. I appreciate your kind gesture. Hello.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning. And good morning to Alfa.
Good morning.
Egg out of 2 crates of egg.
Okay, VY. Please let's hear.
Yeah. Why the young man trying to be discouraged here? He has to stand by his words.
Hello, BY. Can you please reposition yourself a little bit? We can't hear you clearly.
Hello.
Okay.
Is it better?
I think it's better now. Oh, BY, we can't hear you, so please kindly call us back again, and then we'll try and see if the lines will be better this time. Hello. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning. So be away. Madam, asem na make we ga ka fa.
Okay.
MPP ni NDC di omo moayo. Because me share NDC for my ba. Kasa de bi na MPP for yi se ne ja to no mu yeso mu yesi. Kasa nkwa omo nye hwe the same as MPP omo so sa na kasa nkwa omo so no omo nye hwe. Eti parties ni me no die. Omo ni mo bi ade bo man no. E kasa. Hwe galamsi aye kan. Uko galamsi uko debi subiri so sesen. Ho galamsi mpinifo na na yo mo ba no ma beji. Na ni omo hye no mo na ye adwuma ne saa. Wo ko mo so mutu galamsi aso. Bi omo ni mo bi ade bo o ma wi. This year youth na was hard in here the force young because omo ni mo bi ade bo ma mpinifo no. NDC MPP omo timi nya hwe mo ma no me ene be CB so omba da ya ne ato aba mo omba no ma be bi abasa no mo ko ndede bi ameka chi youth ni say wo bibia no aye wunya osika na de ode be na de aye so mpinifo ndi omo ni mo bi ade bo da no anu me damasi.
Okay, thank you very much for joining us. 054-102-2318. Max says I've been calling out the number too fast. Hello. Hello, BY.
You know what? Of late, we have a problem with our lives. And let me use your platform to appeal to MTN. We are having so much challenges with our lives. Pepper, they may have one of Ashanti region. Please, they should help us.
Okay.
Let me talk about the issue. I was saying that why is the Minister for Communication discouraged? that people are talking about what he said. We all thought he was fighting a justifiable cause. Because something like this is alien in our culture, and even the Constitution frowns on that. So if indeed you fought to bring your government, which you thought was going to pass this bill into law, and indeed Ghanaians listened to that and voted you into office, why can't you still force your way to make sure that you fulfill your promise? He's a young man. If he would stand as he used to stand when he was in opposition, who knows? Maybe tomorrow you're going to be the first gentleman of this land. These are some of the things that you can add to your credibility as a politician. So he should not be quiet. He will still get the support that he got when he was in opposition. Okay. Because our politicians, it appears they can talk when in opposition. When they are in government, they do otherwise. But I'm advising him that if this time around he can sit down with the president, as he was claiming that he would know no peace, and advise him for him to pass this bill, he will be a hero. He will be a hero. So, end this as a political party. Please, just rise and make Ghanaians be convinced that you meant what you said when you were in opposition. That's all we want. So, Mr. Samjot, please, still talk. We want to listen to you, as you were doing when you were in opposition. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much, BY, for calling this morning. 054 102 2318. 054 102 2318. Now, okay. Hello?
Hi, Jenny.
Hello, good morning, Mr. Bedru.
Good morning. You see, I think that some judge's reaction is unnecessary to me. It is not necessary. It's better for him to have kept mood. And then you move on. Because, you see, I don't understand why. I agree with you when you said that Parliament, you must pass it. And this is the boss of all of us, including we in the NDC. Parliament must pass it. This has not been on the table of President in order for us to put pressure on President. If President said that it's not priority, I wish we can, listen to the question before the answer. So if, it's been brought to the table of the President for him to sign, and he has refused, like Akufo-Addo refused, then all of us can put pressure on him, of course. When at that point, we will not let him have peace. But it is not on the table. So in the first place, we have to put pressure on the parliamentarians. And after when you are saying you don't say NDC, pass it. No. We have the NPP and the NDC in the parliament. So parliament, you must pass it. So when you pass it and they come to the table of the president said he is not going to sign. No, president can never say that because all his utterances. And like I told you, just a few days ago, he should have been given a certain award in a university. But because of his anti-homosexual, ambition, he was not given that particular award. But the president said, I'm not bothered because that is my stand. So what is wrong here? So I agree. Alfa, let again, Mr. Teki, let us all put pressure on the parliamentarians for them to pass this law.
Okay.
That's all I can say for now. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much for calling, Mr. Bedru. 054-102-2318. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning, Janice. Good morning.
Good morning. Please, your name and where you are calling from.
I'm a guy from this country.
Okay, Eja.
Janice, this LGBTQ class saga. If I don't hear from the president's own mouth that he is going to assent to this bill, I'll never be satisfied. No amount of excuse will convince me. You see, last time the one NDC communicator on the program said that during Nanado's time, the bill was passed and sent to Nanado, and Nanado refused to assent to the bill. But during their time, there's no bill. Well, there's no bill. But I think I heard President Mama saying that the previous government is gone, and so that the bill is also dead. So they should go and prepare a new bill, so that in a twinkle of an eye, he will sign it. You see, why didn't he say that, the bill even Nanadu didn't sign, it's not necessary, let's leave it. And during that time that they are going to say that, no amount will convince me. You see, Mimi did say, what makes President Mama take a U-turn? He was ready. Previously, he was ready to sign. But what made him U-turn is when he went to the United Nations and accused the white men of abusing the black man, Africans. You see, taking them slaves, trampling on their rights. When he went and signed, and they went in his favor. Now you come back, and they tell you that you are also infringing other people's rights.
Okay.
You see, I don't know what you know. Me ma koma ko bua nkrofo ifo. Se wo mo no what tietia nkrofo fa ahodie so. Me nso me ba ya. Man sai bi dia ne se me nso me tietia nkrofo fa ahodie ho. Enti ade ne ma me montu. That's how they take you turn.
Okay. All right. Eja. Thank you very much for joining us this morning. 05410222318. 05410222318. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning. Please, your name and where you're calling from.
My name is Kupisa Akode. I'm calling from Jankuma.
Okay, it's Akode.
Mame mo abaso na menchia chama wadeno kokuapia. Asante makuka no, yes. Mchia chama usu bempa na mchia Justin Kudi ya still maintain amoku ya secretary dene but asante lawyer can say bonsu twitwi. Minu ya okasa kwe nyamisho imubi ya niefi oti ase NDC nene John Mama chese 419 settings amemu na John Mama tene to so obudi kire oti ase why is it manka no udi na nimu udi na chi hey o ya president o ebribi atwam hwensem o kan eni Sam George hwene network communication in network be bia adrega oti ase nsema mo kan na de mo Sam George ultimate ka se na mo ka o ka se mo de baji to me sa na o kan kire Ghana for this time Ghana for the minimum no we bibia no mo edin na dan duru say election dia no mo dum kokro mo ti be kire wo say yes o president mu ya now the bibia anya is o America o kokko tutu ayampia we o sa ba Ghana na bisia azovuvo ya no so tirie o sa kan woni pa ba ko
okay
o ko kan no ko kan nti mintine Ghana for bi so ya tro nyina ja no no correct o ti ase wanu yedu amemu ene toka ye ne koko doma ma me hu se ne koko kura je se eye bosoma Ghana koko kuto me ya wo bantima sta no ne ade adan tisiwa na koko ne de ye ene obi so wo koko 1000 baht kura why na ebe ton wo tuaka ti okotugu o ti ade se koko na sa bere wa kura fo ni isa bronya se isa na sa ba won senti omuka o mun zen ene nkura ye ma ye bawo trade si ya be sika ben ye fam kotua what they say registration in the school no ye fam ho bla ene cashew ye nto cashew ebru fo ne foro kra no na be to tua waka sanse wo kokra bru free China ye bru na so kra de me man di no school mo no wo kokra bru free China na onim ara wo sam China bru no di afekura yehunu ye nima de omde ye.
All right, thank you so much for joining us, Sakode. 05410222318. 05410222318. Hello. Hello. Good morning.
Yeah. Good morning. Mommy here from Kenya.
Okay. Let's hear you this morning.
All right.
Can you please turn down your volume set?
Yes, please. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, just did. Can you confirm it's fine?
This is fine.
All right. So my point will be that the criticism of the NDC in opposition was so loud that not have control. Accountability is meeting silence. And that is because if you know when you come in power, not going to pass the bill, you don't expect to put pressure on the previous government to do things. You do that, then it means you are trying to just throw yourself under the bus. Now we are holding them to their own word, and it looks like the thing is not as easy as they said it was for the NPP to sign. I don't belong to any of these political parties, but I feel like the NDC is not actually doing any strategic job for Ghana, because what they criticize now, they have control to do, and then they are not doing. There were some old videos of some judge saying that if Ghana security is well staffed and they are giving the equipment within 3 months, they will stop Galamsey. And it's been 2 years now, and then you guys have not still done anything. And so I feel like the criticism we give the opposition party when we are out of control should be measured. You should not just say things to just be to make the government unpopular, because if you are trusted to do things, you are likely not to, meet the mark you are setting for another person. Thank you, and then
all right.
Thank
you very much too for calling 054-102-2318 054-102-2318. Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Hello, Kobe.
Janice, good morning.
Good morning, Kobe.
Now, I want to say. We Benjamin. But I'm pessimistic in Commonica. Okay. As a omude strategy being a year or campaign. But mu say, enchanted day, say, Bewe no besan was him who here, dear. Bibia soon way here. I was so Yamagana. Timaninjina say, ye pay ye can't development in a non wojina so ye president David here pa because at that watch on 1 PP time or can say bedroom ready now on their buying bibeba baby any time ye best sign. Bawan kwandemu edawana netama so me sure sen ko da so power en karwana ke bia wasan nti se wo dia ya campaign na waba onka hu se de o kan ye na no ne de to aba ma no ti mani mesesa na no se hunya Sam George so say president wonya peace ba me sure say president Ghana upo bi owo peace pa one president to one day man fansem bi yina no say bia wanya ya wie nti no wo defend akeka asem bia say ye bufu 4 years ne beba so kukurumuti na de ne ba no ebesa mo ababa muni nyamenya adwuma why.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much for joining us, Kobe. 05410222318. I've seen that someone has sent us a voice note, but the person has indicated again. Please resend. We are going to play it. Please resend it. Kindly resend the thing for us. We want to know what you think. 05410222318. 05410222318. Call us and let us know what you think. So, Honorable Charles Bewa from Adako says, good morning to you, Alpha. It's time our politicians realize that the days when they could say anything on campaign platform and go without accountability are long gone. Thanks to social media, they will always be reminded of their utterances. Greetings to Chairman Kuka. And this is from Honorable Charles Bewa from Adako. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm calling from Ghana.
Okay, please, what's your name?
I'm dealing with the management of NDC that they should make the fix on their campaign message and make sure that any campaign message that they announce they should make sure they respect all that. Other than that, they shouldn't think that there is an impossible bill that will go onto the polling station and vote for them. With the same Ghanaians who voted the NPP out, those Ghanaians voted them in. So they should do things based on the trends and catalysis or the belief of Ghanaians. They shouldn't think of their power. Power is just like air. It's just throw away and function. So they shouldn't rely on their just the movement of power, but they should think of their totality, so that they won't come and say that somebody has winning election. Even though economically they are performing, but that alone cannot take them to the next election. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much for calling us. 054-102-2318. We can do a few more calls. 054-102-2318. Let's listen to this message on WhatsApp before we pick more calls.
Hello, good morning, Alfa and the lady. Yes.
Hello, we will get back to the message, but then I have to pick this call. Hello? Oh, the line dropped. Kindly call us back right now.
I was the one who sent the message and deleted it. I'm bringing it back. You see, Alpha, what I'm trying to say is that we need not to waste ourselves because of...
Right, I have to keep on.
Hello.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
Please, your name and where you're calling from.
In fact, your friend Mikasa free.
Okay, Kweku, let's hear you.
In fact, my main country, why?
Oh, feel free.
I mean, country, I mean to me, expressing me.
Okay.
Kaka make can say, a minimum year, yen sign LGBT, yen sign, mama and sign. And then a bedroom. Yes, passing, I don't know, passing the parliament a call and said that government at that time was signing and they can't watch the deal because you come up to Yanum. Yadiko to assembly on Mokai, they were defending in the whole depression this year. I don't know about time and I want one chance I was signed. Since I don't know what parliament president Ukrainian could do no one. Oh, my pressure. And by at that time, Namo sign ya. Can they can't watch the deal, pass and gone. What I say? Mujino Namo ye de. Yeah, the young couple NDC for you need NDC because say, you have to buy be our better money so do money be so we'll seek a 2 more mine, we'll see a sorry more mine. Now, the phone will bomb mine economy at the honor of your record.
Okay.
NDC are buying you better walk while who was had you. You are buying my young castle will be see a sorry dime. Not all fast, I didn't move or see a sorry dime when you're out for more mine economy.
Okay, Kweku. Thank you very much for calling this morning. I think I have to listen to this WhatsApp message.
Hello, good morning, Alpha and the lady. Yes, I was the one who sent the message and deleted it. I'm bringing it back. You see, Alpha, what I'm trying to say is that we need not to waste ourselves because of evildoers. You see, God in his wisdom knows why he created man and woman. So if some people have chosen to ignore the wisdom of God and do whatever they like, let us leave them. Because everything that we are doing under this sun or on this world, there's a day that we are going to be judged by the Almighty God. Let us think about how our people will get food on their table. That is the most important thing here. Though we do not support their acts. I don't know. Why should somebody who is normal put himself in such a barbaric act? Let us leave them. They do it in a secret place. So if your mama sign it today and they are practicing it in their rooms, how is it going to benefit myself and you? So if we waste our time on them and leave the important things that will be good for our children and the unborn ones, I think that will be better than to waste our time on such evil people. Let us leave them so that when they appear before their creator, they will know how to account for this their misdeeds. Let us not waste our time on them. Good morning once again. I am Sapon Kumankuma, calling from Dichemso, Brahabebome.
Okay, Sapon Kuma, let's pick our last caller for today. Hello.
Hello. Good morning, Jenny.
Good morning.
Yes, I'm Kwame Benya.
Okay, Mr. Brenya.
Okay. The American say. Some na mo kan nyina no manage ho na eye pa ye di ho komo ache na se sia de bibi sa say babia the right way I say plenty more possible so e ho no nko ya mahama se sia mahama o ye de baby na ni mai so say intermediate the message na say omo a e se so mo possible no omo na e say the pressure so mo so CCA na omo possible no na enkodu mahama ona fi yenhwe so be san ana so onsan because asebo mahama kan de minyini so onkan so onsan ke ekoto nanim na fi wo so onsan a ho na ka yen so ye wo de be kan because omo mo di be ne call parliament na nado penso no me gidi se na MPP for count nti say this for se si omo nya well en say omo be follow up MPP for no so na omo no omo count na ada no omo so put pressure no omo ma parliament pass adeno ne enkodu mahama ho ne yen hwe so be kan na so nsan anya sa sisi a paper bi na nanim na ko bi sa question say LGBT ho asema sisi a wonwe na ho say omo pass ntem na mbra na say onye economy nto nti no media no de me nu bi anya adwene wo ho onka aboni bi ha le bom yen force omo a say parliament na say so pass adeno ntem no man enkodu nanim na so so nsan a ba ba to de 4 years in Janaba. Anti Parliament and I say the pressure go so. No more passing at them near it. They could do them no so one sign. Never in I or the Becaniaka. Nanya Sadia is here or not yet. The Bian and any message or sign. Into a pressure or pressure a day on ye.
Right. Okay, thank you so much for calling, Mr. Benya. Now let me please this and exit so that Alpha can take over.
Yeah, you know, Stone boy, one God again. Yeah. Come to sing another one for them. Hear me out, please. Me see them clearly now, looking for reasons to take me down. Ignorance plus envy now. Anyhow, bless man, bless from a long time. You can't touch me, man, a sunshine. I'm burning, I fall in the night and I rise in the morning.
Now, when it comes to creating unforgettable moments, it's Goldfinger Restaurant. They are in a league of their own, yes. I like the fact that you helped me complete it. They are open Monday to Saturday, 7 a.m., 11 a.m., and Sunday, 11 a.m. to 12 a.m. So you're going to get your best breakfast, lunch, dinner, or late night vibes. Breakfast starts from just 45 cedis daily. On Tuesdays from 5 p.m. you will enjoy 15% off everything at Corporate Hangout. Fridays 5 p.m. It's what we call sip and paint. Good drinks, get company. Saturdays from 6 p.m. stick and wine with live music. And Sundays feature a buffet with live music from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Then sunset vibe from 5 p.m. till late. Goldfinger Restaurant at Ahonjo Shais on the Dorothea City Drive. That's where you can find them. Follow them on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. You can call them on 024 867 2185 024 86 72 185. Kofi and Jones are here with me. Guys, good morning.
Good morning.
I believe we are all fine.
We are all fine by God's grace.
Great. Let me start from you, Kofi. Our government is setting the agenda, so let me seek your thoughts. There are a lot of issues about LGBTQ. President Mahama said it's not a pressing issue now.
It's not necessary.
No, he didn't say that. Sam George too has written a long letter to Ghanaians responding to us, playing his old videos of what he said about LGBTQ and everything put together. in the next 10 minutes. Where do you stand on this?
Okay, good morning to our listeners. Good morning to you, yourself, and the team. Good morning to my brother here. It's a great pleasure coming here to discuss national issues. I always say that you are doing a marvelous job. The candid opinions that are expressed here, and the callers, I listen to everything, the callers, they're all contributing. It shows that Ghanaians, we are concerned about the country. And we all, we all want the good of the country, and nothing is taken personal. Yes, so diverse opinions are always welcome in a democracy, Kabi. So they are welcome, and their concerns are always considered. Now let's talk about LGBTQ. Well, Alpha, I'm not sure you and your team, you like the activities of LGBTQ. Neither do I also like the activities of LGBTQ. But I cannot say same about the MPP, because as for them, since Akufo-Addo's era, we've not known, or they have not made it clear to Ghanaians where they stand. So I cannot say same about them. But you see, the president's statement about LGBTQ, when he said that it is not an immediate priority, it should not be misinterpreted. It should not be misconstrued. There are issues that are equally important. So when he says that, it should not be misinterpreted. You see, it is not a clear departure from the previous stance of the NDC in terms of LGBTQ. Ghana as a country, we are struggling, or we are dealing with economic recovery, job creation, cost of living. These circumstances demand equal attention. So when he says that, it does not mean that it's a clear departure from the concerns of LGBTQ, or ignoring the concerns of LGBTQ. That propaganda is what is being pushed by the MPP to Ghanaians. They want us to believe that the president is trying to say that he has completely ignored the activities or the concerns raised by LGBTQ, concerns raised by Ghanaians on LGBTQ. His statement was not like that. It wasn't what people wanted to look like. It is important. And if you listen to his submission, before he made that statement, he said it remains one of our emotive, topics. I mean, I'm just paraphrasing him. So that suggests that it is equally important, but it is not our topmost priority. And that is if we want to be honest with ourselves, if we want to speak truth to ourselves. We know that, that is why I began by asking you, I am not sure you like the activities of LGBTQ. So it was the truth if we want to be honest with ourselves. But it is also important. You see, the president believes that matters of morality, for example, this LGBTQ issue, must be handled within the confines of the law. My candid opinion is that it is better for us to hesitate and get things right than for us to rush and create complications just because a certain political party wants to score political points. It is better for us to get it right than to rush under the pressure of the MPP, the so-called pressure of the MPP, and create confusion or complications, in the near future. It's something that it's something that needs legal clarity, and it should be done within the province of the law. So that is what the president was driving home. And let me also make it clear here that the NDC position on LGBTQ is clear. We remain committed to national identity. We remain committed to our cultural values. We remain committed to, morality. We hold moral standards in high esteem. So you've seen several notable individuals of the party clearly or categorically express their stand on the LGBTQ. You've heard the Speaker of Parliament. In fact, you've heard the President himself on several occasions, on several platforms, categorically, in no uncertain terms, made his stand on it. He said he's an Assemblies of God member. I am an Assemblies of God member myself. Okay, so our teachings frown against that repugnant LGBTQ activities. So it is clearly the party is not in support of LGBTQ plus. So we are committed to upholding the values of our national identity and our morality. But you see, we acknowledge the delay. We acknowledge the delay, but the delay does not mean inaction. As I said, it is better for us to hesitate or get it right than to rush under the influence of the MPP, under the pressure of the MPP, and create complications in the near future. I must also commend or salute our religious leaders. They are playing a significant role as far as this issue is concerned, or as far as upholding morality in the society is concerned. No religious leader preaches or promotes these activities. They are all anti-LGBTQ leaders. And they are contributing significantly to shaping society. And I must commend them. You see, I believe that we cannot build a moral society with only law. We cannot build a moral society with only law. We must do same with the teachings of our religious leaders. So, in a nutshell, the president is not saying that. The president's statement is not indication of a clear departure from what the party's position on LGBTQ, which we all frown against. It is to drive home the fact that we equally have other issues to deal with, like job creation, and we are still recovering from the economic shocks that were inflicted on us by the MPP. So these are the most important. I'm not saying they are the most important. I said they are also important, but whilst dealing with that, you see,
these are more important than.
That is why I started by telling you, even if this law is not signed, this issue is not made a law. Alpha, let's be honest with ourselves. You and I don't like the activities of LGBTQ.
You and I don't like the activities of but there's a law to criminalize it.
The law, makes it so we don't have to, we have to get the legal clarity. We don't have to.
What legal clarity?
I beg. It's too early.
The bill is there. What clarity do you need again?
You see, Alpha. I intend when it's about issues of morality, I personally don't want to politicize it. But if he pushes me, I will do.
I'm pushing you.
Look, Alpha,
politicize it right
now. We will not be here if Akufo-Addo has signed the bill. The bill found its way into the presidency on top of the president's table. Just pick a pen and give your an assent to it. The president refused. But the bill came back, and that session expired. The bill is currently in Parliament again, and I can tell you on authority that any day that the bill finds its way to the presidency, the president will not hesitate to sign it. We've seen him signing other bills. So when he even come, I'm surprised. I don't even know what you are come to say about LGBTQ+. You should even be commending us for being honest about it. Our position is known. Akufo-Addo till today, I cannot tell Akufo-Addo stand on LGBTQ. That's why I said I cannot say the same thing about them. But as for our callers, I listened to some of them. I've heard you. I've heard several people. We can tell that we are all against LGBTQ. We are anti-LGBTQ individuals. But the MPP, we cannot say the same. Because we didn't hear Akufo-Addo stand on it. The bill found its way to the presidency. His former president refused to sign.
Thank you. Let me go to James. I'll come back to James in the next 10 minutes. Your
Thank you,
position on this.
Alpha. A very good morning to you and to your listeners. Kofi, a very good morning to you.
Good morning.
I've been listening to my brother. Just calculate the energy in which he is using to discuss LGBTQ today and compare it to the energy that he was using to discuss LGBTQ before 2024 elections. It tells you the hypocrisy of the NDC. Look at the comments that were passed by NDC guys. Now you are here telling me that using big English, you will not hesitate and to get things right. You will not hesitate to get things right. You rather choose to delay. You need legal clarity. My brother in NDC telling us that they need legal clarity on this. What is clarity on this than a bill coming to the president for the president to sign? Facilitating a bill on this so that we criminalize LGBTQ in this country. If they don't know, let me refer them to statements that were made by NDC guys before 2024 elections. Babin in 2001 said, 2021, Babin in 2021 said, there should be a law to stop LGBTQ in this country. His own Sam George, who is now saying that Ghanaians, we've not been able to achieve anything. Sam George said, John Dramani Mahama will not know peace until he signs the bill. Almost 1.5 years in government. Is John Dramani Mahama peaceful or not? John Mahama is the most peaceful president today, and Sam George is there.
Sam George himself has said he has chosen peace.
My brother, it's so painful. All these statements were made by NDC guys. The NDC, one of their regional ministers, Paul Evans Edu, he said homosexuals should be arrested and that tenants and landlords should lead the charge and serve as whistleblowers to make sure that people who are seen as homosexuals, they get arrested. Now he's a regional minister. What is he doing now to fight LGBTQ in this country? The NDC was so loud on anti-LGBTQ. And now, based on that, Ghanaians voted against the MPP. Now you are in power. You are making reference to the MPP. You think we are in power or what? You are now in power. And Ghanaians are expecting you to walk the talk. You said so many things that when you get a chance to run this country, you are going to make sure that this law is passed. This bill is passed to become a law in this country. And look at the lackadaisical approach by John Dramani Mahama on this thing. It talks about his hypocrisy and his double standard. That is what we are talking about today. That John Dramani Mahama is a hypocrite. After talking big about LGBTQ, that we should fight against this canker in this country, now he's a president. He's telling that it is not a priority. John Mahama now telling Ghanaians that it is not a priority. But my question is, where are the religious leaders? Let me commend the Catholic bishops. For them, they've done very well. They have been pushing the president because the moment John Dramani Mahama became president, they asked him that question, that what are you doing about LGBTQ? That's why John Dramani Mahama came out and told us that then if we want to talk about LGBTQ, we should go back to the schools and teach the children things about LGBTQ before we bring it back for discussion. That is where John Mahama started his antics in this country. Now, John Dramani Mahama has the guts to tell Ghanaians that anti-LGBTQ is not his topmost priority. It is not his priority. It is not necessary for him for now. It is not important to John Dramani Mahama for now. Something that Christians, Muslims, and traditional believers are against. You come and have a U-turn. Now, when you talk like this, Ghanaians are listening to. People are so disappointed Do you know that some people voted for NDC because they were thinking that when John Dramani becomes a president, straight away this law is going to be passed? They voted against MP because Akufo-Addo didn't sign the bill. But the point is that you can't come and sit here and be talking about the bill which was not signed by Akufo-Addo. That is why we are in opposition. You have the power. You promised Ghanaians. What are you doing about the promise that you made to the people of Ghana? I think that John Dramani Mahama should come out openly and apologize to the people of Ghana for lying to us. That he's going to fight against this LGBTQ in this country when he becomes president. And when he became president, there is a U-turn, hypocrisy, double standard on the side of this president. When he does that, then we see that now he's now doing something. After apologizing, then we expect him to pass to make sure that the law is passed. But I'm saying this on authority. I told you the other time that looking at the antics of John Dramani Mahama, there is no way that that man would do anything about the LGBTQ that we are talking about in this country. I said it the other time. The reason why he is doing all these things is that he is looking at the economic repercussions on his economy. Because some of the big countries are for LGBTQ. And when you sign against this law, there are going to be sanctions that this country is going to face. John Dramani Mahama is looking at the economic benefit rather than the spiritual and the ethical benefits of Ghana so far as LGBTQ law in this country is concerned. So what we are saying is that John Dramani Mahama should come out and apologize to us. But my worry is the Islamic clerics. What are they doing about this? They were so loud on this anti-LGBTQ. The Pentecost leaders, the Methodists, Peace Council, all those religious leaders, where are they? Apart from Cali Bishop Conference, all the other leaders are quiet. And I think the CSOs, they were so loud on this anti-LGBTQ law. So why are they not coming out again to talk against the bad strategy of John Dramani Mahama to shelve the anti-LGBTQ law in this country? They should all come out and condemn the act of hypocrisy of John Dramani Mahama, so that at the end of the day, this law sees the light at the end of the tunnel. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for your contribution. Let me read some message. This one's a good morning. Good morning to Jane. And I guess he's saying to myself, that's Pakwesi. He said, we, the citizens of Ghana, say we do not want it. So what's the secret? They don't want to pass it. Since Akufo-Addo's time, they should come and tell us, everybody, they should tell us the reason why. Thank you for reading my message. And he said, greetings to Ija. Thank you very much, Pakwesi, for joining us this morning with your message. You can also join us with yours on 059-3932-993. He said that politics is a funny game. A man took a position yesterday. He rallied people to join him. Today he's running from that position. And everybody that believes in that position today is against him and is sabotaging the government. Isn't it funny, the political conversations in this country? Why can't a man be consistent for a minute? This is from Agwala. Said that he's sending this message from okay, I think I didn't get the name of the area, but thank you very much for joining us this morning with your message. It's 32 minutes after 9. Let's deal with Swami interchange and other matters this morning. I think we'll have to combine the two for now and deal with them, but I will return to read your messages. So there's an issue of fuel, GPRTU, considering increasing transport fares because of the cost of fuel. There's also the issue of Swami interchange. Jones.
Yes, sir.
you expressed a very interesting position on Swami interchange the last time. Well, it looks as if the minister has said your consent. He said they will come and continue. I don't know what you think of it. And also GPRT warning that in the next 10 minutes, if we can combine two of these.
Thank you very much, Alpha. Before then, let me take this opportunity to talk about some of the achievements of the New Patriotic Party in Ashanti region, the monumental projects that we're able to put up in Ashanti region. Let me remind the people of Ashanti region that the NPP did so much in Ashanti region, but because of propaganda, they are trying to shelve these achievements. When the regional minister came for almost 1.5 years, he's not been able to do anything apart from painting a project that was started and completed by the New Patriotic Party government.
Last week you said that, and a lot of people were really not happy with your comments.
No, maybe they are NDC people. Okay. If you see yourself as a painter and you go and paint a place, you say that you've achieved a lot for this region.
So you are saying the regional minister is just
the
painting.
Region, yeah,
he's a painter.
He's just a painter. 1 year, 1.5 years painting. You just come and paint a place.
That's not a very fair comment.
No, but is it not fair? What has he been able to achieve apart from painting the interchange that was started and completed by the NPP government? Nothing more. But the NPP government, when we came to power, we were able to put up local government offices in almost every district. We can talk about 15 complexes that have been started and completed. If you go to Swami, there's a local government office complex, a monumental project. You will see it over there. If you go to Kumawu, if you go to Kwadaso, Asokwa, you see all these are there. So many places. These are things that. Yes. No, that we didn't finish with all of them. Go to Lands Commission. They have an edifice over there. It was started and completed by the NPP government. Mineral Commission office, a huge edifice in terms of cost, anything. It qualifies, it is more than qualified to be called a monumental project in Ashanti region. Health insurance office in Ashanti region, a whole lot. Pempe the second, phase 2, airport. The evidence is there. These are all the works of the NPP government. They should come and challenge us. 1.5 years in government.
You did this in 8 years.
Now I'm saying that 1.5 years. They were saying that we were not able to achieve any monumental project. If you go to all the districts, look at the number of court buildings that sprang up. The security chiefs, the Nyame, go and see the huge buildings over there. Court judges, their buildings. When you see them, if you go to those areas, the areas are looking like a foreign land. The standards, the beautification under NPP government. 1.5 years, they are saying that we didn't do anything. So 1.5 years in government. Let's see, apart from painting an interchange that was completed by the NPP government, what have they been able to achieve? Now, do I talk about roads and other things? A lot of things have been done by the NPP government. And we believe that when we get the opportunity to come back again, we are going to do more to make the people of Ashanti region very happy. My brother, on the road project, this issue is still at play. The NDC is still putting measures in place to reduce the interchange from a 4-tier to a 3-tier interchange. Something that we will not accept. If the regional minister thinks that he has something to do for the people of Ashanti region, then he should go to the roads minister and tell him that there is no way he's going to accept that 3-tier interchange. Because it has been reduced from 4 to 3-tier interchange. That discussion is still ongoing, and the regional minister is mute. Your predecessor has fought for 4-tier interchange. And you are here negotiating for a 3-tier interchange, and you are happy that you've achieved a lot for Ashanti region. If he sees himself as a regional minister, this is the time that he should walk up boldly and tell them that Ashanti region also deserves a 4-tier interchange. So we will not accept a 3-tier interchange. That is our stance. We are for the 4-tier interchange. Ashanti region also deserves the best. The second biggest city, apart from Greater Accra, apart from Accra, is Kumasi. Kumasi also deserves the best. Now on this project, it's good that they are continuing, because why should the NDC be afraid of this Swami interchange? Because we secured the loan. The NPP government secured a loan from the Dutch bank. The money is supposed to be paid in 10 years. The loan, they started paying the loan from 2024. So they have arrangements through which the loan is going to be paid. The money is sitting there. Why do you go out and come and tell us that the project is so expensive, so huge, and because of that, you want to reduce the cost? The money is staying in the Dutch bank coffers. They are waiting for us to do the work. As we keep on doing the work, then they release the monies to be given to the contractors. So it's about time that the regional minister expedites action to make sure that the Swami interchange sees the light of the day. The project was supposed to be completed in 2 years. But because of lack of payments, the project is now delaying. So it is good that...
But if the money is sitting there, how did we face...
That strategically, that's what I told you. The money is not coming from the government. It is a loan that was given to us.
And so how couldn't we access the loan to pay the work that was done?
No, the arrangement is different. You know, the whites know that when they give those monies to you, they give all the money to you, end up coming to tell them that the project was not completed. So what they do is that they make arrangement with you that as and when the work is ongoing, then you come and take part of the money that the contractor deserves. Then you go and give it to the contractor.
So my question is...
So they monitor the loan that they are going to give. It's part of the arrangement.
My question is, if that was the agreement, how come the contractor did some work and couldn't get their monies?
No, we're not in power.
But you said this was the arrangement when you were in power.
You see, what the arrangement was that they should start the project to a certain level. Then they raise certificates and the money is paid to them. And
so didn't they start the work to a certain level?
They started the work.
Why didn't they raise
unfortunately for us, because they couldn't get to the extent that they were supposed to get to.
I see.
So when the NDC came to power, they were supposed to continue from where we ended. And that is where they started delaying in the payment. Now they said they have gotten about 3 million euros to be given to the contractors. And when the money is paid, definitely the project will continue. So the Swami interchange is something on our hearts. We want the interchange to see the light of the day. And we will not sit down and allow any strategy by NDC to delay this project. Because remember, when Kofo was leaving office, we left the Sofola interchange. It had to take NPP to come back again to complete the project. The NDC remained adamant on the Sofola interchange. We don't want such a thing to happen again. Government is continuous. NDC is now in power. They should continue from where we ended so that we all move on. On the issue of GPRTU considering increasing the transportation fares. This is something I wish they don't do, but if you look at if you look at the figures that are coming out, I saw when I was coming, I saw diesel is now running around 17 Ghana per liter. This is serious.
This is because of the closure of the Strait of Hormuz.
Please, you're also doing this discussion.
No, but that's
We were talking about COVID-19. They said no way you can't use COVID-19 to do any discussion. Now, so with them, they said you can't use the Ukraine-Russian war to do any discussion, and now we can use the U.S.-Iran war, U.S.-Israel war to make a case on this. You see the hypocrisy of the NDC. The hypocrisy of the NDC. I was thinking that they saw that this is what happened, and besides that, is Ghana not producing oil in this country? So if prices of oil are going up, it means Ghana stands the chance to benefit. We are also making more money. So why don't you use our profit to cushion consumers? Okay. I think that would have been a very good strategy. They don't know all these things. So they shouldn't come and sit here and tell us that because of the closure of the Strait of Hormuz, there's a problem. There's no problem. We are rather benefiting. Okay. We are getting more revenue from the oil proceeds because now there's no war in this country. We were selling a barrel of crude of oil at $70 per barrel. Today, it has hit $110 per barrel. Ghana is making almost ×2 profit. Let's use that profit to cushion consumers.
You know,
and stop.
Our stake in the oil we get is very negligible.
Please, what stake are you talking about?
As in the stake of the country.
Are we not producing oil?
Yeah, but
so the benefits that we are getting from the oil has increased. If we are getting 20 Ghana as profit from oil, now it has increased. So our condition is better.
Okay.
So we cannot be doing this at all.
I hear you. Kobi,
Alpha,
talk to me about these two issues.
Yeah, so to begin with, he said the regional minister has reduced himself to a painter. That's easy. It's not. We don't take it to be anything because painters beautify, edifices. So there's nothing wrong with that.
If you're a regional minister, you're a regional minister.
Please, this is.
You cannot be a regional minister and a painter at the same time.
Please let him.
He's beautifying the region or the city, and that is what is irritating them. You see. It is irritating them because the regional minister is touching real lives. Through his social media presence, he's touching real lives. The painting has unearthed, potentials, talent in students, SHS students. When you came, people went to the former regional minister. People went to his office. He sacked them, but this minister, his affability is what is irritating them because. Due to his affability, they are fast losing the Ashanti region, which is their stronghold. And to borrow the words of my good brother Hussein Ibrahim, that the Ashanti region, which used to be their world bank, that is their stronghold, by 2028 will turn to a microfinance. You see, so you should find ways to just cope with what is happening because there is no way he is going to change his leadership style just to suit your interests. We like it that way. He's a painter and he's beautifying Asante. If you go there, you see the beauty there. It's magnifying and it's so it's so beautiful. Alpha Swami interchange. Let me start by saying that when leadership fails, projects like Swami interchange stall. But when real commitment and real leadership emerge, the people see real progress. The Swami interchange, you should have even completed it, but you abandoned the project, and we've come.
Was the project abandoned? Was it abandoned?
Oh, it was abandoned. Why didn't you complete it in 8 years? It was abandoned. I was happy when the minister announced that the money or the arrears owed to contractors, the contractor for the Swami interchange, that the money has been paid.
Okay.
This contractor raised certificates since 2024, and you refused to pay him. The contractor raised certificates and gave it to the government or showed it to the government, and they refused to pay the contractor. But we've come to, that was the reason why the project stalled. And we came, and the minister has announced, and I'm glad that they have paid the contractor, and by next week, we will see work ongoing at the site. The Swami interchange, this is a major infrastructure intervention. The people of Swami for 8 years have been saying that dust has been complaining of dust. You couldn't even solve the situation. Swami, if you go around our side, is the hub of spare parts. That is one of the busiest industrial zones in the region, supplying, dealing with spare parts trading. So the construction of the 3-tier interchange will mean that the slow business or economic activities in that area will be boosted. And then the traffic situation there will be eased. So that is the hope that the government has brought to the people of Swam, the people of Ashanti region, and most especially those around Swam. The traffic situation is going to be eased. People suffer for 8 years under the MPP. People suffer heavy traffic, and Alpha, this circumstance, people lost income and people lost time. We know time is money, and when you are held in traffic, you are indirectly losing money. People lost income and lost their time, but the announcement has brought a sigh of relief, and it's an indication that hope has returned, and this is leadership. The interchange will be constructed, traffic situation will be eased, and the economic activities within the area will be boosted. So they should they should bury their heads in shame for failing the people of Ashanti region. But I want to assure them that the government will see the project through its completion. It will not be abandoned like the MPP did. Okay. The government will see it through completion, and it will serve the purpose for which it is being constructed.
Finally, on the fuel price, and then
Alpha,
2 minutes.
This issue, we should be helping. I think Ghana, if a true Ghanaian, we should be helping ourselves. Yes, we should be helping ourselves. This I've heard that GPRTU they are saying they want to increase fare and whatever. I don't blame them, but I don't blame the government either. We all know the circumstances at hand, which is the fuel issues that we are facing, and it is not the fault of the government. It is circumstances, that has occasioned the situation. Which circumstances? And the government, we are talking about issues, conflicts happening within the Middle East and other places. We will not run away from that fact that Israel, Iran, USA. So what happens? We will not. You see, we will not run away. We keep saying that the MP is deliberate too. Alpha is deliberate when they want to say that, and because we criticize them that they cannot use Russia, Ukraine, COVID-19 as an escape route, so they want to equalize. The situations are different, and we've indicated to you why we maintain that position. So we didn't say Russia, Ukraine war, COVID-19 didn't have an impact in our economy. Indeed, it did. But even before that, you were already performing badly. So that's what we are saying. So you keep bringing.
Before that, were we performing badly?
You were performing badly. 2019, we 2019.
Single digit inflation in 2019.
Alpha, 2019.
Go and find out and see.
I'm coming. 2019. COVID-19 hit Ghana. I said this before. COVID-19 hit Ghana somewhere April or March.
It was in March.
It was in March. But even before COVID-19, 2020, right? March 2020. But even before COVID-19, 2019, you instituted a committee to investigate the reasons for the depreciation of the cedi. So that tells you that even before COVID-19, the cedi was already declining. It was depreciating against the dollar. So you see what I'm. So you cannot use COVID-19 to say as an escape route. You can fetch that information. So we still maintain that COVID-19 and Russia, Ukraine were not the only reasons why Ghana suffered economically. If we check within
Ghana today, isn't that the case as well?
And
so for instance, you remember that your government imposed 1 cedi levy on a liter of fuel, and it was to deal with energy, doomso kind of situation.
Yes.
Now there is what's happening on the international stage, but there are those who argue that if this 1 cedi had not been imposed, the situation would have been much better. So do you think the government should do well to scrap the 1 cedi levy?
I don't think.
So
I don't think if that 1 cedi, the 1 cedi would have made difference. In fact, I believe that
1 cedi off a liter of fuel is significant.
Alpha. The purpose for the 1 cedi levy was to deal with the financing gaps
do you remember what government said at the time? It said that the price having come down to that level meant that even if they imposed that 1 cedi, it will not be too impactful. So that was the opportune time. That was the opportune time to impose it. Now we are in a place where exogenous factors have made things worse. Then you need to go back to your argument and say, okay, if this was the argument we put forward, now that the situation has turned around, there's the need to scrap this so that the situation will be better.
I don't know if
you've
heard the president. He said he will refer the levy to cabinet for reassessment. Yes. Okay. So that is the responsibility and the committed governance that we have brought to the people of Ghana. So we are saying that, I still come back to his point that never, in fact, I wish this would be the last time they will even sit somewhere and try to use COVID-19, because the facts are clear. And I told you before the amount, what they got from COVID-19, what we call the COVID-19 windfalls. And they shared the money for campaigns. They shared the money for elections. Sagnaro in Tamale. The then parliamentary candidate, Felicia Tete, was heard on their WhatsApp platform, explaining how they shared and they shared the money. In fact, he didn't even get what he was supposed to get, and she was angry.
Okay.
So you see, so they shouldn't even use that COVID-19 Russia-Ukraine
as a justification.
Yes, as a justification.
Just 1 minute, and then we are going.
Alpha, you see, it's good that now the Aberes and NDC have been exposed big time.
The what?
They have been exposed after saying that what happens elsewhere has no effect on an innocent economy.
Has no effect.
Take your time and listen to me.
No, we didn't say it has no
after
effect.
After saying that, now you turn around and come and say that the US-Iran war has a concomitant effect on your innocent economy in Ghana. Yeah. Our listeners are listening to us.
Okay.
You see the hypocrisy and double standard of the NDC.
Okay.
Now, what we are seeing is just the beginning. If the NDC they are to be so smart, then it should be emergency, the reduction of the 1 Ghana cedi. You don't sit down and tell us that, oh, I'm going to refer you to cabinet, whatever. This is something which is emergency. So straight away, take away the 1 Ghana cedi. The cost will be a bit reduced.
Okay.
But because of their benefit, what they start to benefit, they don't care about the people of Ghana. Okay. And they still allow the 1 Ghana cedi to be on it. And Ghanaians are suffering. So what we are saying is that, you see, we told Ghanaians that the John Dramani Mahama that we knew some years ago, the same John Dramani Mahama has come back again. Nothing has changed about him.
Thank you very much for your contribution. Kofi Asha is a member of the NDC's communications team who was here with us. June Ziamesem is also a member of the MPP's communications team. Also, the Kwabri East constituency secretary for the opposition New Patriotic Party. There are some who think that regardless of whatever you say, Mr. Sam George is still a hero because he has really, really fought for the NDC. As he himself said, he will look at the videos that you are posting as stripes of the work that he has put in. So this morning we want to dedicate this song to him. He's a hero. But I was here with Janice and Mark. My name has been Alfa Ali. If you've achieved something like Sam George, please dance to this song But if you are like some of us, then go ahead. You don't achieve anything.
The Almighty Street.